Hello and welcome back to this channel. I hope you're having a really amazing day. In this video, we're just going to talk about the infamous birthing scene with Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni and Jamey Heath and what happened on the set of It Ends With Us. My name is Mandy Magnan. I'm an actress, writer, producer, and director in Toronto and a YouTube commentator, pop culture, movie reviews, and everything to do with It Ends With Never. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Grab that emotional support lip gloss because you are in frame with Mandy Magnan. The conversation surrounding this home birth to me is quite, I don't want to say hilarious, but I just think it's like the wrong hill for Blake Lively to be, battling on. Because at the end of the day, it was a home birth video to show over a creative discussion and process to acquire the director's vision for the scene. Blake Lively was playing Lily, who was in a birthing scene, and shown a home video of Jamey Heath's wife giving birth in water. Now, when Blake Lively saw the video, allegedly for less than 10 seconds on set, she claimed that Jamey Heath showed her a nude woman with her legs open and immediately thought it was porn. Okay, so that's pretty much the tidbits of it all. And now, because Jamey Heath has only produced a 3-minute video that he says is the one that he showed Blake Lively, Blake Lively's memory from it, which is this all happened in May of 2023, but Blake Lively is claiming that in her memory she saw a completely different video and is demanding all footage of Jamey Heath's wife home birth delivery and demanding sanctions for him to produce all footage. Okay, not just the little clip that she saw, to produce all the footage from Jamey Heath's wife's home birth, or not allow Jamey Heath to testify to the home birth video, to what he showed Blake Lively, or anything about it on set. This kind of crazy. And I'm on the side that it was a creative discussion. She was an actress. The director wanted a certain vision for the film, a certain emotion. That was called research, character development, etc., etc., etc. Now, I've seen a lot of conversation about this where people are still saying that it was so wrong that he showed her that. Imagine if you were in the office working 9 to 5 and your coworker showed you that, and of course you're at work, so nowhere at work should he be showing a home birth. And it's just like, pump the brakes, okay? Because you're an act. First of all, Blake Lively is a mother of 4. So to be shown a birthing video, right? I mean, plus being a woman, plus, you know what I mean? But also being on set and having those kind of conversations with the director and with the producer, I think is pretty normal. I just want to show an example of where I'm coming from because I will preach this from the high heavens, you know what I mean? Like, I will keep going on this and I will ride this out and always have this stance. And I just want to show that it is coming from a place of actual knowledge, or, I just coming from a place where I have been on set, and I've also done a woman who's pregnant who ends up in labor and gives birth. So before I talk about what my experience was on set with that, I just wanted to show the audition that I did for this role. It's never seen before, first time for me showing the audition that I did, but it's just to give some context on how much research has to go into a role like this, and especially something so emotionally charged and intense. So I want to show the audition I did for the role and then talk about the process of being on set while having to be this vulnerable and emotional, and kind of talk about why I believe, again, that there was nothing wrong with what Jamey Heath did, and that this is just, yet again, Blake Lively turning something that it wasn't completely on its head. Here's the audition I did for the film Invited, where I was playing the character of Maddie. What is this lumpy part?
your bum is in the air. You're doing really well, Maddie. This is going to keep baby safe, okay?
Can you tell me what's wrong?
The umbilical cord is slipping out. And if the baby lays on it, it can stop the flow of oxygen. So staying in this position will help minimize the risk of... Help will be there soon, and you'll be okay.
Will the baby be okay?
Stay in that position. Move from that position.
This baby, she's all I have.
Keep breathing in and out.
Wow, I haven't watched that audition in a long time, I think since I did it. If you want to see how from the audition to the film you could watch, it's called Invited. It's out now. You could watch it. It's a pretty cool little horror film, okay? It's a feature film, and it's actually surrounding a real cult. It's pretty cool. So it's called Invited. And I was just thinking of this birthing scene because when I was on set, so I did the audition, booked the role, which was amazing. And on set, you had to work very closely with the writer was there, the producer, and the director, and you work hand in hand with the director. And as you can see in the self-tape, I had to go on my hands and knees, kind of in that cat-cow position, if you will. And I was thinking last night, like I couldn't ever imagine if the director, who was so amazing, his name is Navin Ramaswaran, if he had come up to me and been like, okay, so on this take, we're going to get you, because Maddie, along the way, she goes into labor and there's issues with the labor. So she has to go on her hands and knees on a couch and, a very vulnerable position. But I couldn't ever imagine thinking, oh my God, he just wants me to be in this position because he wants to see me like this. Oh my God, I'm not doing it. And then, or like any kind of attitude or sense like that. It's like when you're on set, you are there, number one, as a priority to tell the story, to have the character live through you. You're no longer you. You are the character. And you're also there to create the vision of the film that the director has. It's the director's movie. You're not just there to show up like Blake Lively wants to tell you and stand on a little sticker and look pretty and say your lines. That's the last thing that you should be thinking of when you get to set. But a lot of the times when you're on set, I've prepared the role. I had to do so much research, even for the audition. I watched so many birthing videos, so many labor videos, from ones that were already shot in movies and TV to like real life ones that are on the internet, YouTube, everything. And I did so much research. And now people can say, well, you watch those on your own. Yeah, but they wanted Blake to have some research because she probably didn't do any work for this character because she didn't even read the book. Okay, so while even we were on set, the director they come up to you and they give you notes on your acting or performance because they need specific shots. So there were takes where they would come up and say, okay, give it 100%, go all the way there. And on those takes, you go 100%. And then they'd come and be like, okay, we already have that. We need you to drop it down. Like, just give us about 40% of that energy because we already have it. We just need like the motions now. And you need to adjust the performance for whatever shot you're going to be in, as well as what the other actors are giving you, because acting is reacting, as well as what the director freaking wants. And even through shooting all of those scenes, if the director would have come up to me and been like, actually, I kind of want this emotion, and showed me a video of a woman in birth, right, or in labor, I would watch it because I'm currently in a scene where I'm in labor, right? So, I mean, any actor would take it from the director, watch it, be like, okay, so are you looking for like that kind of physicality, that kind of emotion? what, the tears, what exactly do you want? And then it becomes this big creative conversation. It's just, to me, it's unfathomable how, and I think that most actors and most directors and most producers feel the exact same way. And I think that's why ever since Justin Baldoni came out with his counterclaims, no one has said anything on Blake's behalf from Hollywood. Now, when Blake first filed in the New York Times, when she first filed her CRD first, and then the New York Times came out, right? Because that's how it happened. There were so many people coming out in support of Blake because it was so one-sided. And then when you realize what she did on set in pre-production, and the worst of it in post-production when she took over the movie, and you start realizing that even this, for her to claim that Jamey Heath just shoved a video in her face of pornography, then you realize it's a home birth video during a birthing scene that came from the director as a creative discussion. You're like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Of course. And any professional actor, I feel like, would feel the exact same way. So when I'm here kind of debunking Blake's claims, especially when it comes to the claims for acting or being on set or creative discussions such as the birthing video, it comes from actually being on set doing a birthing scene. So that's it. Go check out Invited. It's out right now. Check it out. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.